I love making math enjoyable and as easy as possible. My goal with these math videos is to make them short, sweet, and lighthearted. So relax, believe in yourself. Let's go have some fun. Okay, take a look. We're going to multiply and divide with inequalities. Remember, inequalities are just simply equations. They're just like equations, but they're not equal to. It's actually less than, greater than or equal to, etc., where it's going to be a range of answers instead of one answer. The operations are all the same, but there's one trick we're going to reveal and uncover as we do this particular math lesson. When we solve for x, remember you have to solve first. You can't graph this without isolating x first. Remember that x over 3 is the same as x divided by 3, which is an operation we can undo with multiplication. So let's multiply both sides by 3 so we can get rid of the 3. We now have x is less than 21. When I graph this, again, I'm just going to create a really small number line, put a 21 here. This is an open circle, meaning that 21 is not included in my data. This says it's less than 21, and this little arrow is pointing to the left, which means this arrow is pointing to the left. That's because my x is in the front. That only works if the x is in the front. And so this reads x is less than 21, and there's my graph. Let's come down here. We've got a couple pesky negative symbols in there, and there is a trick that we have to pay attention to with this. There's a previous math hack that I did that proves why we have to do this. From here on out, it's just remembering. You have to remember that this is what you have to do. Negative 3x is multiplication, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. So I have x. This here is the less than or equal to symbol, but remember, when we divide by a negative, we have to reverse the symbol. So this is now a greater than or equal to positive 7. This is the difference between right and wrong. So this tiny little symbol will make the difference between you getting the question correct or not on your exam. So be very thoughtful about it. When we go to graph it, I'm going to put my positive 7 here, not a negative, right? And then I'm going to have a closed circle because I have more ink involved with the symbol because of the equal bar, which means I have more ink in my circle. Because this starts with an x, I can say, oh, which direction does the arrow point? And it points to the right. So this arrow is also going to point to the right. What do you think? Pretty straightforward, hopefully? Okay, good. How was that? Short, sweet, lighthearted? Hopefully you made a connection with that math video. Hopefully you had a moment where you said, oh, that makes sense. Go check out my other videos and let your friends know too.